So let's talk about the basics of economics. Economics is too important for us to leave it to economists. And if you want to be a millionaire someday or even a billionaire, then it's important for you to understand economics. And this video is for anyone who wants to be a billionaire in the future, or if you're studying economics in high school and in university and you want to get an idea of what is economics and you want to learn something or a certain module in economics, then this is the video for you. You may be asking yourself the question, what is economics? So economics is about all aspects of life, how we live, interaction, production, consumption, wealth, and poverty. So economics tries to address the issue of scarcity, what to produce, how to produce it, and for whom to produce. So why do we have this challenge of scarcity and choice? So societies consist of a large number of individuals, right? Each with wants and needs. So economics in essence is about making choices of how to utilize these scarce resources. So we have three basic economic questions. Firstly, what to produce, also known as the output question. How to produce, also known as the input question. And for whom to produce, also known as the distribution question. So these questions help us solve the issue of scarcity and choice. So the output question of what to produce is addressed differently in different economic systems. And we're going to talk about the economic systems in a different video, but I'll just give you an introduction. In the capitalist system, or also known as the market economy, forces of demand and supply determine the answer. So what the masses demand, the market supplies, the market produces, right? So the demand for goods and services is determined by the people, and more specifically people with money. So if you broke, you don't have a voice. And in a command economy, the government determines the answer, so it chooses what to produce. So the input question of how to produce, we basically focus on the combination of labor and machinery, which can be equipment and capital. So if labor is cheaper in a country, then the country will adopt a labor intensive production approach. So a labor intensive production approach is when we use more human beings in the production process, right? But if labor is expensive, then a country will adopt a capital intensive production approach. This is when we use more machinery than human beings in the production process. So the distribution question, or for whom to produce, is about how the goods and services will be distributed among consumers. So in the market economy, this question is closely related to the output question. Remember, in the market economy, the market produces goods and services which are demanded by consumers. So the market will produce for the consumers who are demanding these goods. In the command economy, the government addresses this question through government expenditure. So the government goes out there and then it identifies a need, the public need, and then they produce based on that public need. So we have the classifications of goods and services. So firstly, we have durable goods, also known as investment goods. They provide us with a service for a very long time, for example, a house. And then we have semi-durable goods, which last for a reasonable long time, but not as long as durable goods. For example, clothing. And then we have non-durable goods. So these goods, they last for a short period of time. For example, food. And then lastly, we have a service. Services are things we experience, not things that we can touch, not things that are tangible. Service is something we just experience. For example, transport service. So let's talk about the input or factors of production. So firstly, we have land, and the benefit of land is rent. So if you have land, you can rent it out and then get income. Secondly, we have labor, and the benefits of labor is wages or salaries. So if you provide your service somewhere and then they pay you a wage or a salary. And then thirdly, you have capital, and the benefit of capital is interest. So if you take your capital, invest it somewhere, and then you earn interest on a monthly basis or on a yearly basis. And then lastly, we have entrepreneurship as the factor of production, which is my favorite because it holds all the others, right? And the benefit of entrepreneurship is profit, and we can't argue with that. The people who are ruling the world right now are entrepreneurs. So go now and be an entrepreneur and be that billionaire. So those are just the basics of economics, and thank you for watching. Hope to see you again soon.